JD Vance dominates this bad faith CBS reporter in his first sit-down interview as vice president. He demonstrates exceptionally why he was an outstanding vice presidential pick, as this reporter engages in disgraceful unprofessionalism, trying to get him in a gotcha every single question throughout the whole interview. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel, but where I want to start this interview is her asking JD Vance about how they're planning to lower prices, because this illustrates perfectly just how bad faith she is and how masterclass JD Vance is. Watch.
You campaigned on lowering prices for consumers. We've seen all of these executive orders. Which one lowers prices?
We have done a lot, and there have been a number of executive orders that have caused already jobs to start coming back into our country, which is a core part of lowering prices. More capital investment, more job creation in our economy is one of the things that's going to drive down prices for all consumers, but also raise wages so that people can afford to buy the things that they need. If you look at our slate of executive orders, no, Margaret, prices are going to come down, but it's going to take a little bit of time, right? The president has been president for all of 5 days. I think that in those 5 days, he's accomplished more than Joe Biden did in 4 years. And you asked specifically, what executive order is going to help lower prices? All of the stuff that we've done on energy, to explore more energy reserves, to develop more energy resources in the United States of America. One of the main drivers of increased prices under the Biden administration is that we had a massive increase in energy prices. Donald Trump has already taken multiple executive actions that are going to lower energy prices, and I do believe that means consumers are going to see lower prices at the pump and at the grocery store, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and while we've done a whole lot, we can't undo all of the damage of Joe Biden's presidency in 4 days.
Well, there are a lot of things that contributed to higher energy prices, and there was record oil and gas production.
Yes, Joe Biden did many terrible things to lead to an increase in prices. I agree, Margaret.
No, but all the things you experience at the grocery store are what people touch and feel. That's what you were talking about, bacon on the campaign trail.
Of course, of course.
Those things, when do consumers actually get to touch and feel a difference in their lives?
Well, Margaret, how does bacon get to the grocery store? It comes on trucks that are fueled by diesel fuel. If the diesel's way too expensive, the bacon's going to become more expensive. How do we grow the bacon? Our farmers need energy to produce it. So if we lower energy prices, we are going to see lower prices for consumers, and that is what we're trying to fight for.
Well, the flurry of executive orders, most of them weren't about the economy. Many of them
were, though, Margaret.
You see how she starts with, name one executive order that's going to lower prices, hoping that he's going to stumble there. And then when he doesn't, it turns into, well, most of the executive orders weren't about lowering prices. Democrats are so simple-minded and they're so Trump deranged that they refuse to accept that Trump has been explicitly clear about how he plans to lower prices. Make it easier to do business in America. That's going to lead to tons and tons of investment, which is going to lead to good paying jobs for Americans. Produce in America or get tariffed. That's going to cause international companies to build factories and plants in America, also leading to good paying jobs. Drill, baby, drill. That's going to allow us to take advantage of the massive amounts of natural resources that we're sitting on, which will lower energy prices, which will make everything cheaper across the board. And finally, slash regulation. This is going to make it so energy producers can make more energy, and outside of energy, everyone is going to be able to produce more and at a lower cost, which the savings are then going to get passed on to the Americans who, by the way, based on the better jobs from the investment, now have more money to spend on products that are cheaper. It's so dead simple, but they just don't want to hear it because it's coming from the orange man. And you know this is true because she interrupts him in the middle of explaining this and snarkily says, oh, so they're not coming down.